Hello, and welcome to another book review with Raven's Nest Essentials. My name is Carrie, and I am from ravensnestessentials.com. I'm really excited to share with you about a book today. It's interesting because I got this book. Honestly, I don't know how I got it. I think that I must have come free last year when I ordered some things from Oil Life, or I added it on for whatever reason. And it came and it looked nice, but I just kind of set it aside because honestly, I have the guidebooks that I use all the time and I really like them. And I just never really sat down and glanced through it. Well, when we started doing these book reviews, I was like, you know what? I'm going to check this one out because this is another like all-encompassing guidebook. Okay, it's set up similar to your modern essentials or the advanced oil life, which we're going to do next week, things like that. And I thought, you know what? I really need to take some time to check this book out. Well, am I glad I did, you guys? First off, let me just share. This book is a wonderful soft cover book. I really like a soft cover book for the portability. It's light. It's easy to maneuver and thumb through. It just doesn't feel like something that needs to stay on my desk all day. It measures about 8 by 8, I'm going to say, it's a perfect square in scale and size. So it's not too big. It definitely fits in a book bag, a backpack, anything like that. But it also sits nicely on your desk. It can fit in your bathroom, wherever you're kind of set up your little, tool chest, if you will, of your oils and supplements. So I really like it for that reason. There are some great books out there, but they're just so big and bulky that honestly, I'm just going to put them on a bookshelf and never reach for them. They kind of lose their accessibility when they're too big or too heavy and clunky. This one has about 400 pages if you don't include the pages in the back, which are open for notes, which I do appreciate, right? A nice several pages of lined paper for notes. The visuals are fantastic. The layout is really nice. I like the amount of, it has a good combination of images to text. So if you like a little bit more balance in that area, the Modern Essentials that we talked about last time, wonderful book, very text heavy, not very many photos, which works great for a lot of people. In fact, it's one of my all-time favorite books. So not a problem there, but I really like this one because I don't feel like I've sacrificed information for the photos. And that's where the line is for me. I would rather have the info than the photos. So don't cut my info for images. However, it does make it nice. It's kind of, it's soothing to look through because it has some nice imagery in it. So beautiful as far as that goes. So let me show you guys a few things here with respect to, what it's got going on inside. So we have here, oops, let me click that, the table of contents. So you're going to notice it's really thoroughly laid out as far as the way things are broken down. It's well organized. I like that. It feels intuitive, but it has some things that I haven't necessarily either seen or maybe they were there, but because of the way the book was organized, it slid past my knowing, okay? You're going to see that it has a whole section. You've got from chapter 4, I think it goes, let me look in mine right now, actually, and I'll tell you, from chapter 4 all the way through chapter 9 that tackle that whole wellness pyramid. Eating right, exercise, rest and managing stress, reduce toxic load, inform self-care, and then they even touch on proactive medical care. So I'll get to that in a second. They do tell us how to use our oil. So you're going to have things like, aromatically, topically, internally. It gives a great breakdown on safety. You're going to find a really nice dilution chart, which is always great to have in your book. I really like, it's very simple, not too much, but everything that you need to know. So now let's take a look here at how each page is done as far as the oils go. One thing I love about this book, this is specific to doTERRA essential oils. The names, okay, obviously these are frankincense and geranium. What else would they be named? But when you get into the blend section, it is on guard, right? It is adaptive. It is not, and it's balance. It's not grounding blend instead of balance. It's not head tension blend instead of past tense, right? So I really appreciate that. I feel like, especially for a new user, Not having to make that translation is fantastic. And again, it builds that accessibility to the information. You'll see here, like, let's take a look at frankincense. It's going to give you the Latin name, which is wonderful because you know the varietal, you're able to look it up, you're able to see exactly what you're talking about. There are a lot of different species of frankincense, right? So I love that we have this here. It talks about, in actual terms, the health issues, okay? We see the names of actual health issues here. We see the word seizure. We see the word depression. We have Alzheimer's, dementia outlined. And what's beautiful is later on, you're going to see that in the ailments section, it's not just these oils. It tells you how to use them. Top uses are all that's listed here. It has the properties, meaning what it is good at doing, what's a great, solution for or partner for. How do you want to employ it? What are the issues that you want to deal with? But I like that it breaks down the main constituents, and you have a little safety tip. So safe for neat application. You'll notice if you look over at geranium, while geranium is safe for neat applications, meaning you don't have to dilute it. It is recommended because some people are really sensitive. Geranium is a power hitter oil, and diluting it is fantastic. So really like this. I feel like the layout makes it very easy to browse through. What I always recommend to people is when they get their oils for the first time, let's say you've had your, 25% off discount, account set up for years, but now you finally for the first time got clary sage. Take a minute. It is worth the investment, guys. Look up clary sage in your guidebook and read about it. Learn, because you may have gotten clary sage just for your, cycle or hormones, and then you look it up and you find out it does all these other things. So now you've unlocked the value of that oil. You have all the different ways that you can use it. I love that. Such a powerful way to really maximize your investment, right? So let's take a look at the thing that I think is the reason why I'm falling in love with this book. Okay, ailments and protocols. We have a lot of books that are really great at when you look up the health issues that you're trying to deal with, they will give you the oils that you need and some simple solutions is one way of putting it, like a very small bit of information. But a lot of times it just lists the oils, and people who maybe are not communicating with their wellness advocate as often, or maybe their wellness advocate just really isn't serving them in this way, they struggle because it's like, well, I have the oil, but what the heck do I do with it? I get that it's good for that, but I don't know how to actually use it. I don't know how often to use it. I don't know where to use it. I'm so confused. So what I really like about this book is you notice it's breaking down. In this case, I have a picture here of the flu page. I like the time it says. I'm going to make this even a little bigger if I can. I cannot. So hourly, at first signs of symptoms, okay? And then 4 to 5 times a day until the symptoms resolve. Love, love, love that. So helpful to know exactly that information. And then it's for the calendars for how many days while the symptoms persist, right? What oils? Frankincense, on guard, oregano, tea tree, lemon, eucalyptus, breathe. Other solutions. So let's say maybe you don't have all those things, or maybe you do, but you want to find other tools that are supportive. I love this. The ginger drops, breathe drops. The breathe vapor stick is amazingly helpful in this way. Peppermint, beadlets. I like the Correct-X coming in. Of course, your lifelong vitality, PB Assist, a power hitter for flu, guys. If you didn't know it, taking care of that gut, powerhouse up that immune system, right? Serenity soft gels to get some good rest, right? I love that it lists all that. But then look, it doesn't just do that. It's not just like, oh yeah, well, these are the things you'll use. It tells you exactly how. Mix 7 drops of each recommended oil in a 10 ml rollerball and fill with fractionated coconut oil. Rub over your chest, neck, upper, mid, back, and on the bottoms of your feet, morning and evening. Also, put 2 drops each of frankincense, lemon, tea tree, oregano, and on guard in a capsule and take 3 times per day. Take ginger drops as needed. Take breathe drops as needed. Rub breathe vapor stick over the chest and forehead and under the nose. Don't you love how specific this is? I think that if you are new to oils, it's exactly what it is. It's essential oils made easy, or made simple, even better, right? I'm so excited that we're doing these book reviews because I can't tell you, this has been sitting on my shelf for like I don't even know, like 9 months. I think I got it like last October-ish. I know it was after convention. So I'm thinking probably like last October-ish of 2020. And I, kind of like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, it's got the oils. I didn't really take a look at it. And now that I have, when I have someone reach out and say they have the flu and they're asking me for a good protocol on what to do, I'm going to send them this page. I mean, look how thorough this is. I love how it also speaks to, nutrition and things that you can do. Eat or drink lemon ginger tea, chicken broth, bone broth, cooked carrots, crackers, chicken, coconut oil. Take your lifelong vitality supplements. I mean, it's really giving you the full picture of how to care for yourself or someone in your family. And then for sleep, it's talking about, resting as much as possible. And then it gives you solutions to assist in that. I'm sorry, but I have not seen anyone do it as thorough as this book. I'm over the moon excited about it. So if you are someone who really likes the information laid out for you, this is going to be the book I think that you want to have. Do I think it goes one-to-one with other books as far as the number of ailments and protocols it tackles? I don't. I just don't know how it's possible to dedicate this much space and information to say as many, ailments and protocols that you might find in, say, the Modern Essentials handbook. However, a lot of them aren't really necessary. If I have this book and I have that book, I've got it covered. But I think as a start and get going, this book is great. Now, where does it lack? It doesn't really break out emotions as much as I would like it to. We certainly love our Essential Emotions book. We're going to talk about that in a few weeks, but I really wish that it did a better job of that. However, it does have things like depression. You can look it up, which, not necessarily an emotion, but nonetheless. But it has things like anger, frustration, I think, things like that. I mean, let me take a look here and see if I can find one that, I like that. Hyperactivity, hiccups, yeehaw. Hangover, there you go. Hair loss, gum disease. It's interesting because while I look through here, focus is in here, fear is in here. It's got some good fatigue, fainting, exhaustion, dry lips. So, it's got some really great information there, but it's not really hitting on the emotional as much as I would like. So I don't think this could be the be all end all. You're going to need another book. Okay. However, I'm sorry, but look at this protocol. How amazing is this? All right. On to another section that I've not really seen done as well as this book, especially in a book that's so small and so simple to use. So we have our full wellness pyramid. There are, let me look here. Okay, for the eating right section, there are 8 pages of information dedicated to this. You can see an example of one over here on the right for proper nutrition. And then it breaks down for you also like what you would use as far as your supplements or whatever it is that it's calling out and why. All right, what it does. Exercise, 7 pages. Rest and stress, 7 pages. Toxic load, 8 pages of solutions and recipes there. I love the informed care, 25 pages. And guys, this section is incredible. So I don't have a picture of it. I should have done a picture of it. But this section breaks down for you everything that you need as far as like different systems in the body. So for instance, if you are trying to deal with a muscular health issue, you've got entire information there, renal, urinary, entire pages of information, reproductive health for men, reproductive health for women, how to perform a breast self-exam. There's a whole page here and then a picture of a lady dedicated to teaching you how to do that. So this is like an amazing book. I think this would be such a gift to someone who's new on their journey, or maybe someone who's like young, like a young woman, a young man, really trying to sort of take charge of their health and wellness and be able to look things up so simply and easily. And it's so, it just feels so accessible. It's not intimidating. It doesn't have that, unlike our Modern Essentials handbook, which again, I love. You guys know that's the one we give to people when they get their account started with us, right? That's a free gift that we do because it is so comprehensive, right? What I love about this, though, is it doesn't look like a medical guide. right? But it gives you way more information. So it's very, very helpful. It takes all of the concern, fear, and confusion out of it. I love it. I love it. I also really like that it has a whole section on proactive healthcare. So let me go ahead and go back over here, and I'm going to go ahead and put down that. Okay, so there's a whole section on proactive healthcare where you can go in and learn about, information about what to take to your doctor's office when you're going to go and how to explain to them what you're doing. It also gives some great advice about, boosting your confidence and finding a caregiver, finding someone, a medical professional who is willing to listen to you, who's willing to hear what it is that you're doing and why you're doing it, what has worked for you, what has not worked for you. That communication is enormous and so important. And I love that that's also in this book. It's not negating the need for that. Of course you need that. And so it's in here too. It will teach you how to allow both the Western medicine and your natural solutions to marry together and be the perfect answer for you. So great book. Let me see if there's anything I missed here. I don't see anything. I got to tell you, I wish the only thing I can think of is that it's not really hitting the emotions as hard. So, you're not going to get that. I mean, it does have a whole section here in the rest and management about improving emotional health, but it's a page. And so, but I still don't think, I mean, that's like a ding, right? It's a ding. So for that reason, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Portability, by the way, $17.99. Okay. Oillife.com, $17.99 for this book. That's all. Our Modern Essentials, I think, is $25. So yeah, if this sounds good to you, if you want something accessible, but still comprehensive, right? If you really want to be having everything laid out for you as far as your protocol goes, I haven't seen anything better. I haven't as thorough, right? So check this book out. Essential Oils Made Simple. It is from Oil Life. This is the first edition. I'm sure they will come out with a new one this fall because new oils will be introduced. Everything in here specific to how to use doTERRA oils, that level of certified pure, tested grade. I may have found my new favorite book. I'm not even kidding. I might even switch over to this being the book that we give to people when they get their account set up. I really think I might, because I just really like how the easier it is to use, the more often you're going to actually do it, right? So check it out. Reach out if you have any questions. I'm here to help, and we will catch you on the next one, guys. Bye.